Well, hello from Anza Borrego Desert State Park. I am here on one of my holiday breaks. This is our ski week, February break, and I was just kind of sitting on the couch scrolling all weekend, and I realized just because it's winter doesn't mean I can't get outside. I live in Southern California, so I can go to the desert. This is the perfect time to be in the desert, and I figured I would revisit some of my favorite areas, but try new trails. I've never done this trail before. I've always been a little afraid of the dirt road or sandy road to get here. So I went for it, and that was definitely the most sandy and longest kind of dirt road drive I think I've ever taken. By myself at least, so that was exciting. I used X mode on my Subaru today for the first time, and my car impressed me, honestly, so I'm pretty excited. She said I could probably also drive out to Fons Point in it, which would be really cool, but I don't know if I'm going to risk that out here alone, so we'll see. Today I'm on the lookout for petroglyphs and pictographs from the original native inhabitants of this land, the Kumeyaay and Cahuilla people. Anza Borrego is home to over 100 archaeological sites that hold their memories. But did you know the Kumeyaay people still exist today, and there are actually 13 Kumeyaay reservations that currently exist in California? On my hike today, I came across 2 different pictograph sites with symbols drawn onto the rocks. The meaning of these drawings are unknown, but being in their presence, you can't help but imagine what they can mean. Walking around the area, I also came across lots of cupules, or little cups that are carved into the surrounding boulders. These bowl-shaped divots are called morteros, which is the Spanish word for mortar. These morteros were used for processing food by grinding, pounding, mixing, and milling the native plants. But they were also believed to have been used for ceremonial purposes. The cupules are in different shapes and sizes depending on what they were used for. It was so nice to have this area to myself to ponder the meaning and use of these artifacts and imagine what life was like back then. It is a unique privilege to view and access these sites, and it is so important that we do our best to protect them. So please remember to look but don't touch, and leave no trace when recreating in the outdoors. This way we can preserve these fragile artifacts for future generations. So the ranger told me that there was a dried waterfall at the end of this, and I guess this is it because I don't think I could go any further on this trail. I think this is the dried waterfall. You can see the water probably flowed down this way. Definitely see where the river used to flow. This is the end of my journey, but pretty cool here. And not that long of a trail either. But great view. Well, this is why you gotta try new trails sometimes. It's a cool little trail. And I think, yeah, it's only 12:30, so I have plenty of time left in the day to squeeze in another hike. I'm thinking of camping in Blair Valley tonight. I didn't realize there was so many campsites with fire rings, and I did bring some firewood. It would be nice to have a nice little campfire, but the weather is really nice. The sun feels good, but it's breezy, so it's cool. I haven't had the sun on my skin in a while, so I'm just embracing it, but I do have a sun hoodie extra layer in my pack in case it does get a little too hot. I feel like I'm burning or anything. So, plenty of water in the car. No water out here. No really like water spigots or water sources either, so gotta bring all your water. And that's the story.
Now, you might be looking at this shot and think to yourself, what a beautiful campsite. And it is. It's a gorgeous landscape. But do you notice the couple of mounds where it looks like there used to be a plant growing? This is what happens when campers don't follow Leave No Trace. One of the principles of Leave No Trace is minimize campfire impact. It suggests that you either buy your firewood near where you're burning it, or pick up only dead and down branches. Never cut away from the living plant. Obviously, the people in this area went a little overboard and chopped away the entire plant, leaving just a nub that might not have a chance to grow back, and it creates a bit of an eyesore for this campsite. So here's another reminder to brush up on your principles of Leave No Trace, and always follow them when you're recreating in the outdoors.
So I have my water boiling over here, and tonight's dinner is going to be a fire pot meal. It is the Posh Baked Beans, and I've never tried it before. I hope it's good. It sounds pretty good. As I was reading the back, it mentioned that it is a nutritious breakfast. So I guess it's a breakfast meal, which I love breakfast for dinner, so I'm excited to try this. It is gluten-free, vegan, 700 calories, and 2 servings per pouch, but I will probably end up eating this whole thing if it's good. It needs 2 cups of water, boiling water, to cook. And then I'll wait 15 minutes, and then I can enjoy it. The sunset was gorgeous tonight, by the way, and now I'm enjoying my fire as the last light of day is starting to fade. Also, big fan of how these string lights turned out. They really add a lot of light in here, which is perfect for when I want to read later. All right, smells good. Okay, that smells pretty good. Now I wait 15 minutes, I guess. Maybe now is a good time to start my book. I am just starting Desert Solitaire by Edward Abbey. I've been recommended this book so many times. I just finished reading Backcountry Ethics. It was recommended reading on the Leave No Trace website, and I really enjoyed it and think it's super important, especially right now. But I am excited to be reading this and starting it on this desert trip because it is all about the desert. I hear coyotes coming from all different directions. I love the sound of coyotes. When you camp in the desert, You hear them pretty much every night. It's ready. I don't know if you can even really see me right now, but my posh baked beans are ready. I've already had a few bites, but wow, I'm actually very impressed by this. This is very good. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it. I don't think I've ever had baked beans really before. Well, I guess like refried beans. But Firepot is a handmade backpacking meal company from rural England. So makes sense why they have these baked beans. I feel like that's a common breakfast food out there. And I guess they know how it's done because this is delicious. It kind of tastes like stuffing, I want to say. Maybe. I'm not a stuffing person, so maybe that's a bad comparison, but whatever. It's really good. I really like it. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy my beans and the rest of the fire.